So, what will you do if you wake up one morning and discover that your children are not your biological children?
They are not my biological children. How would that even happen?
We had cases in Nigeria where people where some men wake up and discover that their children belong to some other person.
Wow.
Then now the issue of DNA now begins to arise.
Wow. Well, this is a terrible situation. But however, me as a person, personally, I think I have to go about it with a lot of sense. Sit my wife down, find out very well how did it happen. Sometimes it might be a mere confusion somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah,
A
sometimes
kind of confusion that
maybe how do you get to know? Is it by DNA
yes,
or
by DNA test, maybe the man decides to do DNA test one day for whatever reason and discover that the children are not his biological children.
wherever it is how the matter came up? I would definitely have to handle it with maturity. At least for a while, I've stayed with my wife without any problem. If that just come up, I have to find out. Sometimes women, I know in my tradition down there, when women knew that their men are not potent, but maybe that is not my case. I know
Okay.
I'm potent, and you now said that I now discover that the children are not mine. I'll find out. If she's playing away match, definitely that's where the marriage would end.
But we had cases where some men commit suicide. Some just do something
No, no,
very.
no, no, no. That will not warrant me killing myself. It's just a problem that can be sought out. Sometimes you can bring children, adopted children, into the family. So if a case like that come up, personally me, to just prove a maturity mind, I can take the children up under special arrangement. You know what I mean? That means my wife is ready to tell me the truth, and I reason along. If I send the children out at that time, where are they going? They have called me for years, father, 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 and I answered, and we have enjoyed the pleasure of being together as a family. You see, so that's the area I'm saying I'll just play matured mind. And if my wife is ready to tell me the truth, tell me how it all happened, and I'm convinced, I'll not do anything harsh. Even sending her out, I just say it as what a normal person will always say.
Like you.
That is acting rational.
Yes.
But when things are properly talked about, I can condole it. I'll just take it and keep the children.
One thing is, I won't do anything. It has happened, it has happened. Life continues.
Okay. Now we had incidents, cases where after people find out the child is not theirs, they probably kill the child or take their own life. Will you do anything drastic as such?
I will not do that because I will never be, when it has to do with feelings, I will not be temperamental about that because I've experienced it. So I don't believe in it. So it happens, it happens.
So you
So
just
I
let
will
it
never
go.
do that.
See, you're married for 10 years. Now discover the guy has a 9-year-old child outside marriage.
Oh, bad news. He's keeping secret.
Yes, and it means that the child actually came while you guys were married. What will you do when you find out?
Nothing.
You just let it go?
Definitely, I'll be angry.
Yes.
You understand? But since he has a child already, I won't say okay. The child should just go. I don't want him. He have a child already, and I have to accept him.
You accept him, no hard feelings, no bitterness.
And that's why I said I will be angry.
Definitely, yes.
You get?
Because you're human.
Yes. But along the line, I have to accept him because I have no choice.
Okay. So, what will you do if after, say, 10 years of marriage, you now discover that your child or your children are not your biological children?
It's not easy. It's not easy, but a man must always be a man. No matter the situation, no matter the condition, you find yourself. That's why you are a man. That's why God created us to be a man. You have that mind, that lion mind. To me, if that kind of situation comes to me, it's very painful to bear. But you can't kill yourself. I heard many stories, many people, many guys, many men. That kind of thing come to them, they will just go and commit suicide. So we kill themselves, they cannot take it. Yes, but suicide is not the best. There's still life after all those things. You just go ahead with your life. To me, I will leave that woman at that period because that kind of woman can.
No fights, no nothing, just let her go.
Yes, I will just leave her and I'll just part from her. To my own opinion, no, I'll just part from because each time I see her, the pains keep on coming. I'll just give part.
Definitely.
If possible, self change that environment, go to a new environment, start a new life. Understand me?
Yeah.
So if you discover that after 10 years or 20 years that your children are not your children, not that you are impotent or not that you cannot have a child,
Yeah, because something happened outside.
something happen outside. So what you just do, you just leave that woman and just go on that place and look and start another life afresh. Since you know that you can have your own child, you are not impotent. So why will you die for one woman when
Thank you
there are
very
many
much.
women out everywhere?
What will you do if after say 5 years you discover that your children are not your children?
I don't think even if possible, sir, because I believe before I will take my relationship to a certain level, I should be convinced that the woman that I'm going out with, it's honest to that extent that I will take her to my parents and will marry. So why will I, after 5 years, and I discover that these children are not my children? I'll be shocked, Sha. I'll be shocked.
We hope find maybe the couples taking one taking their lives or something. I don't know. What will you do if see that happens to you?
Honestly, I'm speechless. I think I will leave the marriage. That's that's
That's all you do.
that's all I would do. I don't think I would do something else, because even if I start announcing
Making
it, taking
trouble.
her, making trouble, what will it end? At the end of it, I will still realize that these children are not my children. What will I do after spending the whole of my resources for 5 years, many years, take care of them, and at the end of it, and I find out that these children are not my children. But seriously, I'm human. I won't be happy. I won't be happy.